Greetings, fellow Wastelanders, and welcome to my settlement tour of Warwick Homestead. This is actually my second build at Warwick, but my first was done years ago, and I was never fully happy with it, so I wanted to give it another go. This build was done on a PlayStation 5 using the Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition, which includes DLCs such as Nuka World and Far Harbor. I do not use any building mods such as Place Anywhere or Scrap Everything. However, I do have Creation Club creations installed, so you will see some CC items in my builds such as certain clothing and weapons. In addition, I have the May 2024 update from Bethesda installed. This update integrated the Halloween Workshop, Enclave Remnants, and Makeshift weapons pack into the main game, so you will see some objects from that update in this build. If you followed my builds, you'll know that I tend to tax the settlement build limits, and this one is no different. However, this time I stopped myself at a certain point to stay right under 3 size bars so I did not destabilize the settlement and crash. If you have any questions about how something is done in this video without mods, please feel free to ask in the comments below and indicate a timestamp. Many builders make it a standard practice to create outer walls at their settlements, but generally I do not do this. However, if it feels right, I go for it. In the case of Warwick, I decided that given how open this area was, it made sense that the settlers would create a protective wall. I wanted the walls to look scrappy, so you'll see the use of mixed materials. This spot is where enemies tend to spawn when they attack the settlement, so I set up a ton of turrets here to give them the greeting they deserve. On the other side, we have a guard station. I love building security towers. This one features a power armor workstation, places for the guards to rest and eat, and of course, living quarters that include cats. The blue console was built during the quest known as the Molecular Level. For a short time during that quest, you can build this object among others at your settlements. However, once you've built the single interceptor and gone into the Institute, these items vanish from your build menu. So before that, I ran around to different settlements crafting these items for future builds. Above a storage area, we have another guard station and an elevated dining area where guards can cook and eat. This also gives them access to the turrets for maintenance.
How are you?
I generally like to have a branch of the Atom Cats garage at my settlements, and Warwick is no different. Given that the Atom Cats have the sole survivor help Warwick Homestead, it made sense to me for them to have a branch at this location. Over to the side, we have a milk machine with a scavenger station glitched into it. I did something similar in my Outpost Zamonja build. This garage door totally works. If you want a tutorial on how to set it up, check out the Schooled Zone video linked below. And yes, ramen shenanigans are afoot. The Atom Cat shop owner appears to be on a break. Ah well. This car is at the settlement when you first arrive. Since you cannot build it without mods, I wanted to save it, so I actually had to protect it against attacks by building a giant box made of wall and ceiling panels. I basically left it at Warwick until I was ready to build here. Once I was ready to move in, I used a rifle to push it into this garage. Is it a bit on the nose to have cats in the Atom Cats garage? Probably. Okay, definitely. Upstairs is the living area for the two Atom Cats who live at Warwick. This includes a small balcony that overlooks the area outside the settlement. Out here, we have a guard station and a workout area which includes weights found at the boxing gym in the north end of Boston. As we continue to move upwards, we begin to get closer to the primary source of power for this settlement. Once again, I use parts from the molecular level quest to build structures around a fusion generator to make it look like it has power coursing through it. I love the smoke and electricity animations here. I also added scaffolding and stairs on the other side of the structure, so there are two ways to get up to the fusion reactor. This large main structure is here when you arrive at Warwick, and it cannot be scrapped without mods, so you have to work with it. To do so, I took a cue from Sardeliac, who inspired me to build inside the structure. Check out his video linked below, where he built at Warwick and did some incredible work inside this building. The beds included with this building cannot be moved, scrapped, or stored, so you have to work around them. To that end, I use prefabs to put roofs over them and create a second level to this interior. Up here, we have a living room, an exercise area, and a path leading to a small bedroom.
Is this what the old world smelled like? Weird. Hi, how are you?
This car seat is one of two that are at the settlement when you first arrive. You can scrap them, but I kept them for decoration. Downstairs, I wanted to brighten up the interior a bit and give it some much needed color. So I used a combination of lights from the Halloween pack, regular lights, and the cycling lights.
It smells, but well, in a good way.
You'll see some random junk such as the handcart littered around. Most of these items are already at the settlement when you arrive, and I kept them all intact as decoration. This includes a couple of oversized rugs you'll see here and there in this build.
The power cycle. We know that.
When you first arrive at Warwick, there are gourds and tato plants growing. I moved all the tato plants from the back of the settlement to this area where the Institute's supersized gourd is growing. I then built a greenhouse and pillar glitched it into this area since the ground is not level. I then filled in gaps on the bottom as needed.
Hope you're doing well this morning. I was so scared. I'll never forget that.
Did you see that huge gourd grown by the fence? I've never seen anything like it.
Our next stop is Olive or Twist, the settlement's restaurant bar.
It ain't Nuka-Cola, but the soda's free. All the soda you can drink.
Olive or Twist has plenty of tables for patrons to eat and drink, as well as a bar in the middle.
Soda fountain.
Above the bar restaurant are the living quarters for the staff. This includes a kitchen, a living room, and their own bathroom, as well as a balcony.
So damn hungry. Maybe I'll get another drink. All the soda you can drink. It ain't Nuka-Cola, the soda's free. Not a bad job being at the soda fountain. It ain't Nuka-Cola, but the soda's free. So damn hungry. Maybe I'll get another drink.
Next up, we have the retail shops at Warwick. Both are located in old boxcars that have been converted into stores. About the Fit is named after a fictional clothing business from the movie The Intern, starring Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. In my last video, I lamented not building a fitting room for my clothing shop, so this time I made sure to do so. If you're wondering how to build the mirror, check out the link below to the Schooled Zone.
Yeah?
Next to About the Fit is the Shack of Sit, a furniture store. I saw a real life store with this name online, and I just had to use it here. A furniture store is also a first for my settlements, but the more I thought about it, the more having scavengers dig up used furniture to sell made sense in the wasteland.
Yes?
Back here is the settlement's communal bathroom where all residents can bathe. Upstairs, we have a dining and hangout area, including a bar and a grill for the settlers to cook. Originally, my idea for this structure was an intake area for the settlement's clinic, but no matter what I do, this doctor won't stand at the surgery chair above him. I put mats down and I tried to assign him multiple times, but he insists on staying down here. The clinic itself is inside a pre-existing structure. I glitched in new floors to cover up all the garbage that's there that you cannot scrap, and then I set the doctor up with a small clinic to take care of her patients.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
Out here is a vat of water with old broken walkways. What's great is that you can put large and medium water purifiers in this water, so I created new walkways for settlers to be able to get out to the purifiers and perform maintenance. You may be wondering if I built in this structure here, and the answer is no. By the time I was finished building at the rest of the settlement, I was almost at 3 size bars, so I quit while I was ahead. For the same reason, I did not build anything in this second vat that's also filled with water.
It ain't Nuka-Cola, but the soda's free.
With a little elbow grease, you can achieve just about anything.
And that is the tour of my Warwick Homestead settlement build. If you enjoyed this tour, go ahead and hit that like button. Kind comments are always appreciated. If you have any questions about something you have seen in this video, leave a question or comment below and I'll do my best to answer them in a timely manner. Special thanks to my patrons on Patreon who support my activities on Ben's World of Transformers and allow me to create these videos. Until next time, stay safe in the wasteland.